Welcome back, everyone, to the Daily Double with John O, Jamie G, and GW. Unfortunately, John O's a little under the weather, won't be with us today. We're gonna focus on Saturday, obviously. Big day, right, James?
Huge day.
Yeah.
St. Louis Derby.
So cool. One of the best days of the year, not just for Fairmount, but horse racing, I think.
Yeah.
Especially horse racing in Illinois with all that's been going on. Now it's just Fairmount, and Fairmount's the focus. Got some good horses coming in, some exciting connections with those horses. Should be a fun day. Full card, 10 races. St. Louis Derby being the 10th. Jamie and I are going to chat a little bit about that. We're going to obviously handicap that race card for you today. We are bringing in a guest.
Yes, we are.
Jamie G. We're bringing in Brian Jenkins, who is the general manager of Fairmount Park. Talk some things over with him, ask him some questions about the future and what things are going to look like maybe relatively soon. And, of course, talk about Saturday's St. Louis Derby for $250,000. It seems like a good purse.
It's a nice purse.
Purse. Yes, it is. It is a nice purse. So we wish Jono good health, and hopefully he'll be rearing to go on Saturday. But we're going to move ahead without him. So let's dive right in. What do you think, James?
Let's do it.
All right. First race on the card Saturday, race 1. 5 furlongs, 2-year-olds. Maiden special weight running for $38,000.
Illinois bred 2-year-old.
Illinois bred 2-year-olds, which is, thank you for that, which is way cooler. I think. What do you think?
I think
This is not my strong suit. I've said it every time.
I think the most important thing to note here is the fact that we are running this as a restricted Illinois bred 2-year-old race, fillies and mares. Typically, the 2-year-old races are, open 2-year-old races, and the fillies got to run against the boys.
Yeah, no sex restriction.
So now we have 6 Illinois bred 2-year-old fillies running for $38,000, which is huge. I mean, I think that says
a lot.
I think it says a lot about where the direction of the state and the breeding program's going.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I should have read closer, but I kind of just assumed it was no sex.
Yeah, it's fillies and mares.
Yeah. So very cool.
And you get some of the best trainers in Illinois that have been here a long time, finally getting their due,
Yeah.
$38,000 purse.
That's awesome. Awesome.
So,
a lot of good connections in this race. Again, I've said it many times. I'm not the best handicapper of 2-year-olds.
Or first-time starters.
and
or
first-time starters. But I will give you the winner of this race.
Okay.
The 4.
Okay, why do you like the 4?
I like the 4 mostly because of the works. It's gonna be the morning line chalk, but it's got a race in. I know it's at Hawthorne.
That's huge.
I know it's at Hawthorne, and not here, obviously. But I think the first race it performed well. Numbers came back decent, and I think it gets it done. I think it breaks its maiden on Monday or on Saturday.
Yeah, so you go to the first race, and it runs a pretty nice race at Hawthorne, third beaten 5 3/4. And that was actually an open race going 4.5.
Yeah.
But the horse has been here since the end of July with 2 documented works.
Right.
Both pretty good. 4 49 looked like a maintenance work, and then 5 102, second of 7 for the day.
Right.
Retains Julio Felix retains the mount. I'm just looking at these numbers. Michelle Boyce's 42% second career start with maidens,
Right.
which is mind-boggling. That's an unbelievable stat.
That's a huge number.
Guess the only concern is the horse hasn't raced in 48 days, but that's due in part to the fact that this is probably a tough race to get to go with the limited number of Illinois bred fillies. I do like that horse a little bit. I looked to another horse in the race too, the Manly horse. Look like it comes out of. Does it come out of the same race or no? Comes out. No, it
No.
comes out of the Fairmount Park
Right. It's been
maiden,
over.
which it ran
Yeah.
against, which was open.
Right.
So it's been once over the track. Got bet pretty heavily. Golden Sense out of a Mastery mare. Golden Sense obviously speaks for itself. That's Into Mischief. So top and bottom's pretty strong. Mastery's distance. Into Mischief's just everything. Top sire in the nation.
Those produce such versatile horses. You know, you can use them 2 turns, 1 turn.
And you get the girl back on again, JJ or whatever the hell they're calling
Joe.
her. Yeah.
She all right?
I think so. So she's getting on. Diego was on this horse last time.
Yeah.
She gets on. She got stepped on in the paddock Tuesday. I think what I heard was she wanted to ride, and due to protocol, they wouldn't let her.
Right.
I'm sure she wasn't feeling too hot the day after. You know, all your adrenaline's pumping when you
Right,
get stepped on like that.
yeah.
But the day after, 1,300-pound animal steps on you, you're probably not feeling too hot.
Yeah. And it was,
So.
you know, it was the front foot.
Mm-hmm.
70% of that horse's weight
Mhm.
is up there.
I think another interesting horse in this bunch is the 6, Bala's Beauty.
Right.
First time out is the full sister to Looking for Bala. This is a pretty decent
Wow.
horse. First time out, 6x16. Arietta gets back on.
Riding
like-
well.
Looks
too.
like kind of broke a little late last time out. No bid, didn't show much. Arietta is really on the upward trajectory right now.
Right.
So, but I'm with you. I think the 4 would have to fall down to get beat this time, but I do like Manly's horse a little bit. The 2 behind it, and then I go to the 6. Look at Bala's Beauty, Eddie Essen Price.
Right.
Homebred for the Essen Price crew with Arietta up, and like you said, Arietta's starting to heat up a little bit.
He is.
He rode a couple for Scotty the other day and won.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and we noted that in our last program. So
Yeah.
that
Well-
relationship is rekindled.
Good for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you, if I'm going to make an exacta play, it's 4-6.
Okay.
Why don't you take race 2? Let us know what's up.
Yeah. So we go to race 2. We got 6 furlongs. 3 non-3 life for 5,000. This is 3-year-olds and upward. Looks like a pretty competitive spot here. Got to look at I think you got to look at the 3. He's going to be a big favorite. Ralphie Martinez with Brody on. Horse run second by 4 in this spot last time to Chi-Town Prince, who jumped up in class. Chi-Town Prince ran Tuesday, I believe,
Yes.
for 10,000. I can't remember how the horse ran. This horse looks like it should probably make the lead and never look back at this level. He just got run down last time by a little bit better horse. You know, Brody, we can't say this enough. Brody's riding great, and he's learning every time he gets on a horse. And he's winning for, everybody. He
Right.
won for Pompel the other day. He won a race. He won another one for his dad, or who did he win for the other day? I saw. I can't remember. But man, he looks good on a horse. He's listening. He's learning. He's gonna be fun to watch in the coming months,
Yeah.
years.
We got a couple young. We
Okay.
got 3 or 4 young jocks here.
And from what I understand, there's another kid coming over.
Really?
Supposed to be here, I think Saturday or Tuesday, from Monmouth Park.
Wow.
That's got the bug weight. So
Nice.
look for him.
So, like Victor Laura, young.
Laura's riding what? What's he got? Like 30-something wins?
Yeah. Then you got Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Brody, and there's one more. I'm pretty sure she's making her way. Name slips my mind right now, but Good core group of young.
And you got some nice
Enjoy.
veterans that are here and that have come down from Chicago with the absence of Hawthorne. You've got Frank Reyes, and
Yeah.
you've got
There are a lot of faces here.
Alexander Bendezu and Santos. And
Yeah.
just some nice.
I think this is a really competitive race. Other than I think the 3 is the clear winner.
Yeah, I think the 3's a pretty clear winner. You can make a case for horses to run behind it, second, third, and probably get some pretty decent prices.
Yeah, so I think there's a argument to be made for the 8, the 7, and the 1 as part of a maybe trifecta box ticket, superfecta box ticket. But I think 3 is the clear winner of this race. I think maybe could be a little contested, late, but I
It'd
think
be interesting to see what happens with the 8. Looks like the 8 comes off a route race at Fairmount, so should be closing. Should be closing late. I don't think he's going to try to contest the speed and go with the 3.
No,
but if somebody does pressure the 3 a little bit, I think the 3's clearly the fastest horse in the race.
It's the fastest horse in the last 16th for sure.
So,
but that doesn't mean it can't be caught. But I think there's an argument to be made for the 1, the 7, and the 8, not in that order.
I mean, the 7 gets to set up. He's going to be closing late, coming off the 9-2.
Yep.
Retained Santos in good form. So,
and you know what? So I know. What do you think about the angle of short, long, short? I like it. So
it just depends.
You go 2 turns, then you go 1 turn, 2 turns.
I think
1.
when you run 2 turns,
yeah,
and then you go back to the short race, you're set up to go short.
Yeah,
if you understand. No, what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. But I like that angle. That's not necessarily an angle here. It's just I saw it and saw something that triggered it, so I thought I'd bring it up. Race 3.
Race 3, we got a 5.5 furlong affair, claiming $15,000. Non-winners of 2 life. Purse is $13,500 with $4,860 added money from Illinois. This is for the girls. Where'd you go here?
I like the 5.
Really?
Yeah. Who you got on top?
Is that the Veronica horse?
Yeah. I like the 5 here. Little class relief. I think it'll be the chalk. But this horse is always around, like
I'm having a total
brain cramp.
Yeah, what is TDN? Thistledown. Okay.
Yeah, it comes in.
So the horse was at Hawthorne.
Hawthorne went to Thistle.
That's a Chicago trainer, Elias Lopez.
Yeah. So, last time out at Thistle,
this is your angle.
Yeah. So this goes 2 turns. Last time Thistle comes back here and is gonna go short. So that's the angle I like. I like that this horse is always near the lead or around the lead group. So I'm going to go with the 5. Yeah, I'm going to go with the 5 here. And I like the 3, Scotty's horse, because, Victor and Scotty. So I like the 3. The 3's getting the class relief. The 3 will be bet down because of who the trainer and jock are. And maybe rightly so in this instance. But you're looking at Santiago, who's a legend here amongst a lot of people, and Scotty Becker.
He's a legend.
He's a legend as well. I mean, Scotty. So, I can make an argument for the 3. I like the 1 in this spot, in the exotics, and you gotta pay attention to the 4. I just can't. I don't know if I can put it in the same group as the 5, maybe.
I don't know. That's a pretty auspicious jump.
I know it's a big jump, but Harry's barn's been hot. Harry Lynch, Victor Lara, we just talked about that. So I like the trainer jock combo here, but I think the class jump is pretty significant, especially when
he beat non-winners for 5,000 by 4.5.
Yeah,
and he beat a pretty group.
Yeah.
Now he jumps up to the non-215 and running against some pretty decent non-2s that have been not proven at this level, but run seconds, thirds.
Yeah.
I honestly think the 4 probably presses the 5 all the way around the track, and I think it sets it up for Scotty's horse. I think Sweet Skylar, honestly, I think Santiago could probably just sit right off and stalk all the way around the track and kind of set up to go in no particular order. I like the 3 on top, but 5-4.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think Santiago's patient enough that he gets the trip behind the 5 and the 4 if they go, which I think they should.
He likes to get out in front. Likes it a lot.
Absolutely.
Race 4. What do we got?
So race 4, we have a 6 furlong affair, optional claiming 29.3, 19.5 purse, $7,020. An Illinois registered owner award. Thank you, Mr. Costello. And I think the favorite is going to be the Lalo Rodriguez horse, Kazoom, with Johannes Aragon up. Kind of had an excuse last time out. Awkward break, sent 4 wide between. Tough trip, 8th beaten 17 with Santos on. He switches to Johannes. Looks like it was running much better at Hawthorne. And, it's like we always say, too, in these races, these horses usually need a race over this racetrack. And that's like case in point, especially if this horse pops the second time over the track.
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of like Jose Rodriguez. This race is full of Rodriguez's. They're everywhere. The Rodriguez's are everywhere this race. And then you jump, you got just squeezing by Jimmy Watkins, 30-1.
Yeah, so I was waiting for you to say it. Now,
how the hell is this horse 30-1 in this spot?
If somebody out there, if you're watching this and you have an answer for us in terms of why the 4 is morning line is 30-1, please put it in.
The horse is moving up in class, but it has to. It just won the 9-2.
You could tell by Jamie that he's been
holy hell.
He's aggressive right now on that morning line, and I'll tell you, folks, rightly so. This horse is finished first, and it controlled its last 2 races easily.
Mm-hmm.
Even the one where it kind of was up front and got caught, and then kind of just
another Rodriguez.
Yeah, kind of. But the horses, I would throw out the June 9th. That just looks like that. If you go watch that race, it looks like that horse had got the lead and got established, but just couldn't get comfortable, and then backed up, and then really backed up. But then it comes back after that, June 27 and July 21, and wins.
Yeah,
from the lead, and relatively easily. I'm not going to say there wasn't a little push, but I don't get that line. I don't understand that line. And I'm reluctant to say that's my long shot play of the day.
Really? I don't think he'll beat the other horse in the barn, but I don't think he should be 30-1. That was my only.
That's my point, though. So that's my point. So if I were going to make this the long shot play of the day, it's based strictly on that horse's morning line being way out of control. And if the betting public doesn't pick up on it, that horse is way overvalued.
Can I just say this? So, and
you know what I'm getting at, though? Like, I'm not saying it'll win, but I'm going to take it at 30-1.
Just so everybody out in listener land doesn't think that I'm a homer and that I will be critical of the trainer sometimes.
Yes.
And, the fact that I hate this more than anything in the world, and I get it, horses have similar conditions they need to run, but I hate the fact that these horses are in the same barn and they have very similar running styles. They run on the lead. They got to be on the lead.
Right.
And they're running against each other. They're next to each other. These horses, they look like they're going to burn each other out. I think the 5's probably more talented than the 4. The 5 has done nothing wrong at Fairmount Park. was running some huge races. Maiden 48 at Turfway, Maiden 50. So Maiden Special, the Maiden 50, the Maiden 40 at Oaklawn. It didn't get any easier. Then it comes down to Fairmount in May and wins Maiden Special weight by 3 3/4, goes to the 9-2, wins by 4.5, and now gets the 9-3.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's probably the toughest race it's had to run, not because it's the 9-3, but because of the horses it's got to face this race.
Right.
You got the barn mate next to it, which is Speed. You've got the 6 horse. You've got both Lalo Rodriguez horses, which are tough. You've got the 3, the Jose Rodriguez horse, which is on or close to the lead. I mean, this is a tough spot for an 8-horse field.
Oh, absolutely. What I believe is very possible is Jimmy runs 1-2.
You do?
I think so. I think it's a possibility. However, I'm gonna go 4-1-5 or 4-5-1. That's what I'm gonna go.
I like
and
the
now,
5. The 4's not in my try.
I know, but hear me out. The 4, I know I don't look at morning lines. I don't use them to handicap.
Mm-hmm.
But occasionally I'll go look, and I went and looked, and maybe I shouldn't have. But if the 4's 30-1, I can't leave it out of my picks.
Shoot, I didn't even see this 2. This 2's all on the gas too.
Yeah.
Breaks Maiden for 10, first by 12, runs the 9-2 for 10, first by 3.
Right.
And that's like the cardinal. That's like your cardinal rule. You never bet a horse. Second out that
right.
wins maiden by open lengths like that.
Exactly.
They usually bounce. But hold on.
What?
So you talk about versatility. Horse breaks maiden going 6 by 12. They stretch it out to a mile, which you said you liked.
I did.
And now it goes back into the 6 furlong race, going on into the 9-3 optional 20, which is interesting. Horse looks like it's worth 10 all day. You didn't hear that from me. But it's in for 20.
Shh,
don't drop that horse
down.
Don't tell anyone. I'm claiming it next time.
Put that in the comments.
Yeah, but I like the 5, followed by the other Rodriguez horse, the 6, and then followed up with his 1 horse.
Yeah.
So 5, 6, 1 for me in the 4th. Let's look at the 5th.
Let's introduce the 5th for me, buddy.
Sure. So it's a rod of ground, mile 70 yards, 9-2 for 10, 11.5 purse with 4,100 added, mile 70 yards. What do you got here?
Well, this is a tough race. I mean,
it is a tough.
It's a tough race. I think it's competitive all the way down the field. What I landed on here in the 5th was the 7.
Yeah, the 7. So we go back to the Avery Days, who we just talked about.
Right.
Stretched out to a mile, second out, just won this spot. She goes back to 6 furlongs. This horse runs second to her by 3. Looks like the horse for the spot. 9-5 and should be 9-5. Cologne up. Bend along with Ali Dom Racing, and
good group.
Yeah, it is a good group. It's good for Fairmount Park.
Absolutely.
Having a syndicate like that, they're very involved. They're usually got 30, 40, 50 people in the
100%
in the paddock before the race, and
if the line was,
they got all the swag. They got the hats, the shirts, the polos.
Yeah, they look good.
Which is great. Yeah,
Vito's done a good job.
It's great for racing. He's a casino guy.
Yeah, he is. There are a lot of casino guys running around here.
I know.
Because there's a casino.
Oh, there's a casino here?
There is.
There's $5 blackjack at 5:00 today?
And $5, isn't there $5 food or drink special somewhere?
$5, it's $5.
It's food.
What is it?
It's food down
like
a long
a
shot.
meatball sandwich.
Yeah. There's like 3 or 4 choices. It's kind of like a box, right?
You've tried them all, haven't you?
Well, look at me.
Obviously.
Well, this guy loses some weight and now he's talking trash.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying you don't miss meals.
I don't. So if I'm gonna back up the 7,
you went to the 9. I know you did.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the 9. I think the 9. If the 7 loses, it's to the 9. That's what I
Okay.
think. What do you think?
I don't think the 7 loses. That's what I think.
Okay. You like the 4 or the 6?
I like the
The 6 is a price.
6 is like 20-1.
I know, but it closes.
It's a deep closer
Yeah.
and should have plenty of pace to run into here. Tavares gets back on, runs third for 6250, and I honestly
It's a good trifecta horse.
don't think there's much difference in 6250 and 10 at this level.
As far as the claim price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm with you there.
Okay.
796. Let's go to the next race. Another route race.
2 turns.
For all you racing fans, that's where the gate starts close to the finish line and they run past you twice.
Yeah, everybody.
So don't go crazy when they cross the wire the first time.
That'd be
Because
really.
the race, they got to go around again.
That we don't see many 70-yard races.
No.
So let them go around again.
So we've got a mile 70, 2 turns, claiming 5,000, non-winners of 4 life, $10,600 purse. Where did you go here?
I went with the 1.
Gotti Becker.
Yeah. I'm feeling rather chalky today.
Okay.
I went with the 1. I think it's the clear favorite. I think if you look at its last race, didn't break well, but ended up on top.
Mm-hmm.
So that last race right there sold me. Now that was down in Tampa too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this horse ships in from Tampa. Has run fairly well there. Cashed some checks. His 2/3 and a 5th and a 1st in its last 4 starts down there. I think it comes here. I think it's getting class relief, and I think the speed fig that I have of 80, 80, 74, 74, 75 in the last 5 races is well above the average speed of the winner in these conditions at 65.8. So that's really where I landed and why I landed there. Other than Scotty and Alex.
I like that horse. Can I give you my come on man of the meet?
Yes.
Come on, man. What were you thinking here with this 6 horse, Dwayne Wells? The horse runs a 1st, runs a 2nd at Belterra Park going a mile 70, and you run it short twice. You let this girl claim it off you. She runs it back a mile 70
and gets the win.
And wins. And here's the best part. What do they say on the craps table? There's nothing sweeter than a repeater.
Yeah.
She's 100%. She's 100% with the repeater.
That's
She's
insane.
Off the claim.
That's crazy. That's just because she's
Jessica Jelinski.
Yeah, young trainer. I've spoken to her several times. Very impressive. Really like her, and I think she's making her bones and doing very well. But if she's 100,
come on, man.
If she's 100% at that, then she's probably doing pretty good.
3-1. You're getting a
yeah. So 163 is where I landed on my on my 3 picks.
I like it.
All right.
Nothing sweeter than a repeater.
Let's head on to race 7.
So race 7,
Mhm.
we go 6 furlongs, optional claiming 29.2, 18.5 purse. And I will tell you this before we get
Too deep.
into it,
Okay.
because I know you're going to pick my horse.
No, I'm not.
The one is scratching.
The 1 is scratching.
You got a cough, and we don't run just to run. This is serious stuff.
The equine athlete is the number 1
The
priority.
horses
Along
tell you
with
when they're ready to run and when they're not ready to run. This horse is
Along with
not
the
ready to run.
Well, then
So we're scratching. So throw the 1 out.
So-
Everybody in Electric Ladyland out there, throw the 1 out. The 1 will not run on Saturday. You got that?
I got
it
firsthand.
First
this is
hand.
breaking news.
This
Right,
is
right.
BNN breaking news.
Breaking
right.
news. The 1 will scratch in race 7 on Saturday. Good for me. I didn't have the 1 in my pick.
I like the 4. Frankie P.
Yes, sir. 4, 5, 7.
Eddie Eston Price.
Yep.
Yeah. With
4, 5, 7.
Aragon up, runs 3rd in the spot last time, 1st against winners.
Mhm.
Probably graduates, gets its 2nd win of the meet. And I'm with you. I also like the other Eston Price a little bit, that Rock Dust, the 6. Arietta climbs back aboard. Broke maiden last out, faces winners for the first time. Looks like a pretty nice little horse. And then the 7 governing party, Higgins with Bendezu on. Looks like his dirt speed is right there with the other 2 we just mentioned, so should be a pretty good race there. Go to the 8th race. 6 furlongs, optional 40, $24,000 purse, and we have a 7-horse field.
Yeah. I'm just gonna give one here. I'm just gonna give you.
I mean, this is
as
simple as it gets. This is the play of the day, and he'll be 4 to 5 or 3 to 5. Am I wrong?
Well, let's see. Should we say who we think it is at the same time?
Yep.
All right.
3, 2, 1, 4.
4.
Yeah. Thought so.
I like the 1 as part of that ticket, though.
I'm so mad at myself. If you look at this, I don't know where some of these people think. You go back to the 4's last race, Prairie Meadows, and I was watching. It was a Friday night. I was sitting at home watching on TV. It was pouring down rain. The track was tacky, sloppy at Prairie Meadows, which is Iowa. God, he's got this horse in. And if you look at the horse's record, off track, the horse is 3 starts, 1 win, 0-0. And at that point, it was 2 starts, never hit the board.
Right.
And I said, oh, no, this horse is going to get beat by Navy SEAL, I think was the name of the horse. And I let this horse go off at, I think it was even money or 6 to 5, whatever it was. And
didn't play it?
No. And won by a neck, but it wasn't really a neck. It was more like a half.
Yeah.
I think they were being kind because that horse was from Prairie Meadows. But if you can ever get your money back, even money on a horse like Fast Jack, who does nothing but win, 14 out of 25 winners in his life for almost $400,000. He's the horse for the course. He's the best horse in the race. He's going to win. But he'll be 2 to 5.
But if you want a value play, I think you can look at the 2, and I think you can look at the 1.
Okay.
What do you think? I maybe the 6. I don't know. Maybe the 6, but yeah.
I don't think they touch this other horse.
Yeah, I don't either. So I think 4 is the clear winner. But if you want to play an exacta, I think you got to look at the 1, 6, or 2 and decide.
Okay.
Take 2 of those 3.
All right. Let's go to the 9th race.
Okay.
6 furlongs, optional 20 non-4. Jesus, look at this purse, $40,500. That's huge.
That is huge. Let's hope we get part of it.
This is Illinois breds. So we have a 10-horse field. Wow, beautiful. Where are you at here? Because you own a horse in the race.
I do. I own part of Tahoe Run.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Pretty nice horse.
It is a nice horse. I don't think it's going to win Saturday, but we got a puncher's chance. On Saturday I fell to 9, 10. No, I can't see. 9, 10, 8 is where I landed.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Be interesting to see what our horse does off the claim and
this bikini
off the small layoff.
Bikini Martini it got bumped in the last race, so throw that out, or not the last race, but got bumped in one of its last races. Anyway, improving speed, improving form, and class advantage. Those are 3 huge pluses for that horse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I have the 9 on top.
Gotcha.
Do we jump ahead to the feature?
The feature race, the St. Louis Derby, 10th race, mile and 16th. $250,000 race.
Say that again.
The mile and the 16th.
No, how much?
$250,000 American.
That seems like a lot of money.
Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook.
Yeah.
And we have
lots to talk about with this race. Super exciting times. In fact, we have a guest today that we're bringing in to talk about this.
Really?
Yeah. But he'll just have to wait till we're done handicapping this thing.
Yeah, I'd like to know who
I
wrote the
think this
morning.
is a tougher race.
Who wrote the morning line?
Uh,
AI.
Kenny McPeak's company wrote the morning line. Horse races now. What's that app we use?
Horse races now.
Horse races now. I think this is probably one of the more. I don't want to say difficult, but the last couple were heavy favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we have that big heavy favorite here. I think there are 3 horses that the public will like. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. You're probably talking about the 3, the 8, and the 6. I think there's 2 horses that don't belong in the race.
Yeah, the 4 and the 2.
I think an interesting horse too is the 1.
Mm-hmm.
So the 1 you can throw the last race out.
Blinkers on.
Yep.
That's an angle people like. Positive form in the last couple races, showing better form. Class relief. It's gonna be part of the chalk. The chalk could be the 3, the 1, or the 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Blackout Time's gonna get some play. I don't know if I agree with that morning line at 2-1 though.
No, and I mean,
What do you think about the McPeak horse in this race?
I like the McPeak horse a lot, but I think the 8 probably takes a ton of money with its second to JJ Gray, comes out of the Preakness, comes out of the Lexingtonian. Was very competitive in the Lexingtonian, by the way, or the Lexington. Sorry, Lexingtonian. I'm thinking of the salad at Malone's. The Lexington, which is a Grade 3 Derby qualifier.
Yeah, I mean the race at Laurel was weird.
Skips the Derby to go into the Preakness.
You know what I'm saying?
At Laurel, yeah.
May 16th at Laurel.
Yep.
That was odd. Like the horse didn't. It's almost like it didn't want to be there.
And then runs a bang up, beating 1 3/4 to JJ Gray,
right,
at Prairie Meadows for the Iowa Derby. This horse is gonna be right there.
You got to give us one. You got to pick a winner. Just tell me who's gonna win. I'll tell you who I think is gonna win. I'll go first.
Okay.
I like the Wesley Ward horse, the 3.
Okay.
Hedge ratio.
I like the 3. The only thing I'll tell you is this is his first time with the horse.
I know.
Yeah, man. When was the last time you remember a great route horse that Wesley Ward trained?
I don't know, but you're going to tell me who it is because you always know.
I don't remember one. That's what I'm
Get
telling
outta
you.
here.
He's good with 2-year-olds. He's good with babies going short.
All right.
And what was his? What was
well,
his
he didn't
horse
make
that
his
won,
bones on just 2-year-olds.
No, what was this horse that won over at? It's in a breeding shed now. That won over across the seas. At where they dress up and Ascot. Ascot. Golden Pal.
Oh yeah. See, there you go.
There you go. But that was a sprinter.
I knew he'd find it. I knew he'd find it.
But
3 on top.
I like the 3 on top, and I like the 7. 3, 7, 6. How about that? In no particular order.
I have 3, 7, 8.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry, not the 7.
I have the 7.
I like the 3, 6, 8.
Well, I like the 7 just because of the price.
Good for you.
Well, it's always it cashes a check. Other than its first time out, it's run first, second, or third every time.
Stepping up against, and he's going long.
I know, but it's a good price to have.
Okay.
It was between. If I'm looking at prices, it was between that and the 5.
I agree with you. All right, that concludes our card for Saturday, St. Louis Derby Day.
It does. Gonna be a great time, everyone. Make sure you're here early. A lot of the seats outside are first come, first serve. There are concession stands everywhere. There's going to be lots of fun outside, inside. Always a lot of fun in the casino. Anyway, it'll be a great time. Lots of great food, lots of great drinks. And we look forward to seeing everybody here on Saturday. Post time for the first race at 1:30 p.m. So get here early, and get ready for a great day. Hey, everybody. So, like I mentioned, we have a special guest with us today. Exciting times here at Fairmount. Brian Jenkins,
Hi.
General Manager of Fairmount Park. That sounds like a title with some clout, buddy.
Just a lot of hours.
Just a lot of hours, I can imagine, especially with Saturday coming. I guess you guys are crazy busy. So anyway, part of what we're doing with the podcast is we're, bringing people in from the track who are recognizable faces and out there in the public, which you are all the time, which is great. I love seeing you guys walk around and talk with the betting public, the leisure public, the recreation public, whatever we want to call them here. But you guys are always very approachable, and we really appreciate it. So part of this is to kind of get to know what's going on with the face, like what's behind the face. So how'd you get into the business? Maybe just a little brief background about how we ended up here at Fairmount Park.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, first of all, I have a face for radio, so it's good that we're on a podcast. But I started. I'm a casino. My experience is in casinos.
Yeah.
I started at Harrah's.
Yeah.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Now Hollywood.
Yeah.
I was back in 1997, and I started actually in the front line. I was a table games dealer. Started as blackjack and craps dealer.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and I was finishing up an economics degree over there at University of Missouri St. Louis,
Yeah.
and at that time, Harrah's was kind of leading the charge in doing a lot of data analytics and slicing and dicing customer data and financial data to try to improve. They were taking pages out of like airlines and credit cards, and I got in on the financial planning and analysis side. Came up through there and kind of had a career, and then that evolved into a career in finance. I worked for Ala Capri. They're no longer around, but I worked for them.
Was that the one down at Cape?
They were, yeah. I was on that project. Yeah, I was on that opening.
I liked it. I visited a couple times.
Yeah, it's a great little.
They had a little poker room there for a while.
They did. Yeah. Ala Capri worked there for about 4.5 years. Opened a couple of casinos for them from a corporate position, but all kind of in finance. Yeah. And then went to work for Hollywood at their Toledo location for about a year.
Yeah. Came
back and spent 10 years at Ameristar. Here in town, working with that team and going from Ala Capri and then Ameristar, market leader, big boy, and then and then there was a couple of people who were on this project here at Fairmount Park.
Yeah.
And after Excel Entertainment, our parent company, had purchased the property back in December of 24.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another. I got to talking to Kate McMahon and a couple other people and Mark Phelan.
Yeah.
And next thing I knew, I was coming over here and started working on this project, and it's been great.
Well, that's fantastic. And, Jamie and I mean, we try not to be too big of homers and stuff, but you just can't help it. It's just exciting. We see you guys working so hard to accommodate everyone who's here, and it's just fantastic. And what an adventure. I would love to be a fly on the wall in the financial meeting. You've got to have some numbers in your head.
Yeah, they roll around a lot, and the older I get, the more mixed up I get with them. But there is a path to success here at this park in building what we've built. And we built the temporary casino in April of 2025.
Yeah.
We added the table games in April of 2026 this year.
Yeah.
Along the way, we've invested a lot of money in the track. We redid the inner rail. We've invested a lot of money on the backside. There's a lot of deferred maintenance there from before that needed to be shored up. And look, there's a lot left to do.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, as a horseman and a lover of casinos, because I'm literally not joking, swear on my kids, I've been in every casino you mentioned.
Okay. Oh yeah, you've been up to Toledo?
I was in Toledo.
No
yes.
Kidding.
Briefly, but we stopped in. But Ohio, nice place.
It was all right. I was there for about a year before.
Yeah.
I was in between. I
don't want to live there.
No. Summer lasts like 8 minutes.
You know what? One of the things Ohio is known for is broadcasting. They teach the Ohio accent.
Oh, really?
Which is almost undetectable.
I did not know
so
that.
A lot of big schools, media schools, Northwestern Illinois, for example, they teach the Ohio accent.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know that was a taught thing.
I can't even tell you why I know that, but I know it to be real. I'm fairly certain it's from one of my friends who went into broadcasting.
Yeah.
You know, the Southern Illinois twang in his voice kind of left, and I brought it up one day. I said, "You used to be way more country."
Right.
And I think that's what it was, if I remember correctly. So, park improvements, you mentioned that. Anything else we're gonna like the public to see? Because as a horseman, a small horseman, you know, I have parts of Jamie and I are partners in some horses and stuff. I see what goes on the backside, and it's so much appreciated. For the people who are walking through the front door and don't have access to the back, what should they look at?
Well, I mean, they can look at what we've done on, on the lead up where the horses come up, from the back. We redid that, and that was a suggestion. That was really a suggestion that came to us from the horsemen themselves. And like you were saying at the beginning, when we first started talking, was getting out there and talking to everybody. There's a lot of the horsemen are also fans, and so they're out there on the apron.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah,
we just,
yeah.
We
and
can't leave.
I love like I said, most of my background is in casinos. I've worked for casinos that have had horse tracks. This is the first one that I've worked at and been part of a management team of the actual track. But the best thing I can do is get out there and talk to you and to the other horse owners and the trainers and get to know this side of the business.
Yeah.
And how it commingles with the casino side. I mean, it's symbiotic. I mean, you can't have one without the other.
Right.
And so we want, high tide rises all boats. We want both sides, along with the food and beverage and the sports book to the online sports book to be successful.
Right. I think the casino, of course, speaks for itself, but I think long shots and the revamped concession stands and the access to not having to wait in long lines, now don't get me wrong. There are days, where it's packed and you might wait a little bit, but nothing extreme. I think that all has been talked about with fans. We sit in long shots all the time.
Yeah.
You come by and say, just kind of give the row a high five, when you come by. But I think that was a great move up front, getting the right kind of concessions, the right kind of pricing, Horse Hooky Tuesday is always fantastic. But for people who don't know, Fairmount packs it in. Like there are a lot of people here all of the time on race day.
Yeah, we do. On Tuesdays, we push 2,000 people through the gates, and on Saturdays we get up in the 3s and 4s, and the opening day I think we were at 5,000. I think Kentucky Derby we pushed between 5,000 and 6,000. I think St. Louis Derby. St. Louis Derby is going to be pretty big.
I think we're going to see those numbers, especially with the new blood that's here. With what happened at Hawthorne, there's a lot of new faces here. There's new faces in the jock room. There's new faces on the backside. And new faces in the crowd, to be honest. Mid Illinois has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So now they're coming south.
You know what's really great is to see young faces.
Yeah.
There's a lot of young faces out there. We've had some bachelorette parties that have come through long shots. We've had bachelor parties come through long shots. I think some of that might be related to the casino, but I think a lot of it is just related to trying to build back up the horse racing business, and the fact that Illinois looks like we are going to be the only racetrack in Illinois, and just continue to build that up, build the purses back up.
Right. Well, no offense to Hawthorne, but shucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that tongue in cheek, but that's the truth of it, though. Is not to go too into the history, but Illinois was a big deal for a long time.
A lot of tracks here, right?
In a thoroughbred. I mean, what we have, you had Arlington Park, you had Hawthorne, you had Cahokia Downs, Fairmount Park, you had Balmoral, and people will argue with me, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to lose this bet if you try to bet me that they didn't run thoroughbreds at Balmoral Racetrack. I grew up on the backside here, and I've hauled horses there. Inevitably, somebody says to me all the time,
"Really?
That's a trotter's track."
Oh.
And I say, "Okay, but back in the day, we used to bring thoroughbreds up and we'd go 2 turns for 6 furlongs, that little half-mile track. I mean, it was a bull ring and it was fun, but they ran there too. So it's good to see that, Fairmount Park is the option, and we're getting a lot of attention from Oaklawn. We're getting attention from Indiana.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people looking at Fairmount Park as a viable option now, and it's got to be exciting for you guys.
I'm glad you brought those two areas up, because Oaklawn, the general manager there, actually, I worked for him.
Yeah.
We both worked together at
That's
Harrah's
cool.
St. Louis.
Nice.
Wayne Smith is the general manager there. He's been there 10 years, and I remember when he went there, because I was working at Isle of Capri,
Right.
and we had a property down in Lula, just right across the way from Oaklawn, and we took a trip over to Oaklawn, and it's very, very different today than it was back then when I took a trip over there. And then Belterra Park is another one.
Yeah.
Another casino person over there, general manager there is Chris Corrado. Yeah. And that place has come a long way.
Absolutely.
And there's a blueprint there that we can use for Fairmount Park.
Yeah.
There's a blueprint there. Those are 2 tracks that have some track record of success that there's no reason why something like that can't happen here.
Exciting times, right?
Yeah.
Exciting times. Not to get too personal, but my wife and I'm retired. She's about to retire. And we were looking at moving away. And then you guys came in, and now we're not so much.
Oh yeah. That's great.
Now we're going to stick around. So you've influenced us.
Yeah.
So big day. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. The St. Louis Derby, 8.5. What are we going? 9.5, I think. Mile and 16th, mile and 1/8. Mile 16th.
Mile and 16th.
Yeah, we're going mile 16th. Great group. Had lot of horses nominations. Always an exciting time for people, us regulars who are always here. $250,000.
Yeah,
Now, I know you have that in your pocket.
It's pocket change, right?
But isn't that great?
Yeah. Yeah, FanDuel, that's part of our sponsorship with FanDuel Sportsbook.
Yeah.
That's an ongoing sponsorship, and we're very fortunate to have them. They've been a great partner since they got here.
Yeah.
And we'll continue that partnership in foreseeable future.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it builds up. It gives the race some recognition. Attracts some good, as you were talking earlier. Brings in some good notable trainers, notable horses,
or notable jockeys.
Yeah.
Gabriel Saez will be here. I bring that up because he rode one of our horses.
Okay.
Down at Churchill.
Oh yeah.
Great job.
How do you do?
Ran 4th, which was about as good as that horse was going to run that day.
Okay.
We needed a race to get her here. We were in jail because of the claim, so we had to run her back. So he did a great job. She ran 4th. We were just content with whatever happens, so that we could bring her here. But he did a great job. Was super cool with us after the race was over. So kind of rooting for him. So for us that are here often, and even the people that may be coming for the first, second time, what will we see Saturday that we may not see on a regular card day, as far as what's going on outside around the track, anything like that?
Yeah, sure. We'll from 12:30 to 2:30 we'll do a hat contest. So the ladies and come out and wear their hats, and we'll do a hat contest, and we'll give a little prize to the winner.
Yeah.
We'll announce the winner sometime after 2:30. We'll announce that. We've got a virtual jockey station
Really?
coming up. Yeah. So if you got your kids or you, I mean,
I'm not
or if you're
gonna ride a
adult,
horse.
Yeah,
Even if
you
it's
can-
virtual.
Yeah, we got a virtual jockey station. I haven't seen it, but it came to us as an idea, and we were like, yeah, let's do that. And
If
and
it's
so we're
what
doing
I'm
that.
thinking, it's kind of like almost like a golf simulator
Okay.
situation. If
All
I
right.
remember correctly, where
Yeah.
you're kind of in a race.
So that'll be out front. We'll have food and beverage specials all day long.
Yeah.
We have the ice cream truck will be there. We've got we'll have music immediately after the last race. Well, not immediately after, but probably within about 30 minutes after the last race.
Live music?
After the last race, yeah, we'll have some live music outside actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's assuming the weather holds up. And
Yeah.
it looks like it's going to.
Supposed to be.
I mean, you never know in St. Louis.
True, but looks to be.
Looks like it's going to be a fantastic day. So we've got that going on. We'll have face painting for the kids.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll have something. We'll have a little something for everybody.
Right. And as far as the kids go, just so everyone knows, Jamie and I grew up out here as kids, and we turned out okay.
Yeah.
So it's a kid. Brian, our producer, gave me the Maso Manos kind of hand gesture. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, I grew up in St. Louis too, and my dad brought me out here. He's a California guy, so he went to Del Mar way back in the day, and so he brought me out here, a couple times with my mom, and it was just fantastic.
I got to ask if you're from St. Louis, where'd you go to school?
That's a great question. I went to CBC High School.
Yeah.
I grew up in Hazelwood, so the hometown school is Hazelwood West.
Yeah. Are we the same age? Are we close? I'm 57.
I'm 57, class 87.
Okay, so do you remember the name Greg Gievers at all?
Greg Giebers?
Gievers.
Doesn't sound familiar.
He's a CBC grad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember I was telling you?
Yeah, you're a hockey guy, right?
Yeah.
So you know all the Josts.
Yeah, I know all the Josts.
Yeah.
They beat the hell out of me for a long time.
They beat the hell out of a lot of guys.
They did. That's a hockey family that should go down in history.
Yeah. Are they still around?
Yes, they are.
Are there like kids playing now?
Yeah.
All that?
There's great grandkids.
Yeah.
The Jost family is remarkable in St. Louis as far as hockey goes. But hockey's not the main sport. Soccer is.
Yeah.
Did you play?
Yeah. I didn't play for CBC, but I played then.
Yeah.
And then I took a little break right after high school, and now I still play.
Well,
So now I play.
so.
I play with the St. Louis Falcons. It's a local organization. We do travel tournaments.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder you stay in such good shape.
Well, it beats lifting weights. Those things are heavy.
Yeah, if I pick up anymore, when I pick up something heavy, I set it down immediately.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not going
to. Me too. Yeah, when they make 200 pounds of weights feel like 100 pounds, maybe I'll get back into it.
I know. I was struggling with a can of paint yesterday, so I'm just gonna
struggle with a cup of coffee.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
My wife, I'm sure, would like me to pick up more things, but
right.
They're just too heavy.
They are.
I don't know if she's buying that excuse. So, great day with the Derby and everything. Anything else with the community going on, into September as we look forward to? I mean, we may go how long? This race season may end up mid-October or late October?
Yeah, late October. Last Tuesday of October is our last scheduled race.
But we may add some because of the heat.
Looking at the possibility of having some makeup days that might extend into November. Nothing confirmed yet, but we're
because I know we've
that.
Added races.
Yeah. We had 10 races last week.
Yeah. You know what? Jamie and I mentioned it earlier. Did you see? Well, I'm sure you know, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. 9.5 entries per race.
Yeah. Did you
leading the country?
Yeah. No racetrack in the country had more horses racing last Tuesday than we did.
Right. How great is it? Gave me chills.
When's the last time that happened here?
I don't think it ever happened here. Honestly, even when we were running 5 days.
Yeah.
We were running Wednesday through Sunday, Sunday being an afternoon card. Yeah. Everything else was 10 races. Post time was 7 p.m.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Tuesday was a nice day. We had good weather.
Yeah.
We had a lot of races. We had a lot of horses in each race. The crowd was energetic. We had the restaurant was packed.
Yes, it was.
It was a really nice day, and that's the kind of day that I think we should have all the time.
And it was packed, but people were happy.
Yeah.
They were getting their drinks and their food on time. The lines weren't too. Everybody was. It was a good time. It was.
One of the biggest changes we made in the experience is making sure that we have enough people staffed at the concession stands, at long shots. We're constantly tweaking, how we deliver the product at long shots. We added the long shots express right outside the door there to try to keep that lines down. And then, one of the biggest things we did, GW, was reopen the concession stand at the clubhouse.
Oh yeah,
and this year, and it was one of the things we heard from people like you and people who hang out in the clubhouse a lot, and that's kind of their home. They were like, we can't get a drink, we can't get any food, we got to go all the way down to long shots. So we opened up that concession stand. It's made a world of difference.
That's awesome. That's great. Exciting promos in September. Anything off the top of your head? I know we have some drawings here coming up for some things.
Yeah, we'll do hot seat drawings before and after every race, like we typically do. Yeah. And then September we have a couple of events planned. I can't really talk about them just yet.
Yeah.
But until the calendar goes out.
I tried to get it out of them.
Yeah.
I tried to slide it in there and get it out of them. But anyway, how great is it? I think you guys are doing a great job. I know Jamie agrees. Tuesday was fantastic I'm going to brag. I think it's a brag. I know it's a brag. Not one favorite won on Tuesday.
Is that right? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And there are 2 people that had the winner in every race.
No kidding.
Yeah. It was Jamie and me, but
it was both of you.
Yeah, we bet together a lot.
Okay,
so anyway,
good for you. That was a good day for you then.
We went 8 for 8 that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
When's the last time you did that?
About a month ago.
Okay.
We're pretty strong here.
Yeah, I love it.
We're pretty strong in the Midwest. We're very strong in Saratoga. But yeah, that was a fun day. It's always fun when you get them all right, especially if no favorite one.
No kidding.
Yeah, so I had to brag on my partner and me a little bit there. It was a fun achievement, but I also put that out there so they know that how seriously we take the handicapping for you guys.
Yeah.
We really try to give you some good plays, give you some fun plays, and also give you some options that you can decide on your own handicapping and learn how to handicap yourself. So that's good for everybody. It's good for Fairmount Park.
I love what you guys are doing. I mean, it's great to it's great what you're doing here with your podcast. I think it's I think this is going to be a home run. I think it's going to do a lot to continue to attract people here and attract people back to horse racing in general. And then regardless whether it's Fairmount Park or anywhere else, just horse racing in general. There is. I truly believe that there is a path to rejuvenating horse racing in parts of the Midwest.
Right, and I think Fairmount Park's going to lead the way on that.
We hope so.
All right. Thank you, Brian.
All right, you bet. Thanks a lot.